right, we are live here at the Missouri State Fair, backstage with none other than Foreigner bass player Jeff Pilson. Jeff, welcome to the Outsiders Podcast. Thanks for coming on. You guys just got back from Europe, ready to rock here in America. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling a little jet lagged, but ready to rock.
Always, right? The life of a rocker. Now, you guys, you played some European shows. You're back in here. You know, talk to the audience about this current incarnation of Foreigner, because you know yourself, Kelly Hansen, such a diverse, such a great lineup. Talk to the people about that may not be familiar with some of the current members in the band.
Well, it's a very exciting incarnation of the band, actually. Kelly and I have been in since, well, I've actually been in since 2004. He and I have both been in since 2005. Tom Gimbel, Kelly Hansen, by the way, is a beast. He is a beast. Amazing singer, amazing frontman. Killer every night. Great guy. I mean, the whole package. Tom Gimbel, who is the second guitar player, sax player. Wow, how did I do this to my hands? Anyways, and great singer. Plays keyboards. Tom is the multi-instrumentalist, talented dude in the band. He's been in the band about 20 years. Michael Bluestein on keyboards, incredible keyboard player, played with Anastasia, Enrique Iglesias, and decided to sludge it out with Foreigner because he loves the band. And then we got a drummer by the name of Chris Frazier, the Razor, who is great. He's the newest member. And then rounding it out is on guitars, Mr. Bruce Watson, who's filling in for Mr. Mick Jones.
Yes, definitely wish him well. I know he's had some health concerns of late.
He has, although he's doing much better,
Good.
and he did a lot of the shows. He did all the shows in Europe with us, so he's feeling much better. It's he's on the road to recovery.
He just didn't want to come to America in the summer with 100-degree heat.
He lives in New York, so he already knows that story.
Well, Jeff, I got to ask you about T&N, another exciting project.
Sure.
A huge fan of that. You put out an album, Slave to the Empire. You sang vocals on that. You sang vocals on all the old Dawkins songs. And for those that don't know, that also features George Lynch and, of course, Wild Mick Brown. What a bunch.
Yeah.
Talk about singing vocals on those Dawkins songs and how you know, the status of the band and where you guys are coming as far as a new album.
Right. Well, actually, the record came out last year, of course, but George and I are going to start writing probably in the fall. And our aim is to have another record out by the fall of 2014. And yes, Wild Mick Brown will be on it again. We're going to have, it's going to be the same format, which is half Dawkins songs that we're guest singers on, and then half our songs that we're writing. And it's going to be a great record, and we're very, very excited. Got some good special guests for us.
Do you feel comfortable singing these songs? Because, you know, I'll tell you what, as a big fan of Don Dokken as I am, I think you bring a whole new, unique vocal style to the songs. And, you know, his voice isn't in tip-top shape necessarily anymore. I love Don, but I'm sure you do too. Or
Yeah, well, of course I do. Of course I do. Well, you know, for me, this T&N is a tremendous album.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, wonderful experience for me, both in writing and working with George and getting to sing. So that's great. But one of the reasons we did bring in guest singers to sing the Dawkins songs is, number one, is I figured some of these guys could sing them better than I could, and we didn't want it to look like we were trying to outdo Dokken. You know, we didn't want that whole competitive edge to it. That was not the spirit of it. It was all it's a creative effort on our part. It's a labor of love, and we didn't want to be competing with our own legacy. You know what I'm saying? So that was why we brought in some of the guys, like, you know, we had Sebastian Bach singing on the last record, and it came out great. So we're going to do the same thing on the next record. Wild Mick Brown sings one of the Dawkins songs. I'll probably sing another Dawkins song as well. I haven't decided which one yet, but we'll see. But Wild Mick Brown has already sang When Heaven Comes Down, and it's amazing.
I was going to suggest that. My second guess would be maybe Dream Warriors. Just put that out there.
You know what? We didn't cut that. That was not one of the songs we cut, but there's going to be a surprise on the record, which is I found the original demo that George and I made of Dream Warriors.
Wow.
From what would be, I guess that would have been 86. 86 when we wrote it. So it was probably from the fall of 86 when we wrote it. And it's the demo with me singing it. And I think we're going to toss that on the end of the record as a bonus. It's really funny.
Well, very excited about that, Jeff. You guys always stay busy, obviously. And I want to go back a little bit to the 90s, because you worked with Ronnie James Dio for a better part of the decade.
Yeah.
Just talk to us about some of the memories you have working with him, and kind of how you felt. Now it's been 3 years, unbelievably, since he passed, and a true metal legend was lost.
Well, Ronnie was not only one of the greatest singers ever and a tremendous band leader, but he was a very dear friend. So on many levels, I think about him almost every day. My family, I was unfortunately on the road when he passed. My family was with him. My daughter got to be with him just hours before he passed, so that was great. And, you know, you kind of feel a little bit of closure with that. But you know, he's going to be incredibly missed. I mean, his legacy will live on forever.
Yeah.
I mean, he is one of the greatest metal vocalists ever. But he was a great guy, incredible band leader. I mean, really, being in a band with him was such an education on every level. And I miss him. I miss it to this day, almost every day I think about it.
Oh, that goes for all of us fans,
Yeah.
everyone in the media. We miss Ronnie, and I'll tell you what, the work that you did was, kind of underrated, I think, because in the '90s, it was a different era, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And the Angry Machines is awesome, and a lot of the work you guys did was great. The tours were awesome, and I want to go back to the early 2000s, Jeff. Of course, you were in the movie Rockstar.
Yeah.
With Zakk Wylde,
Yes.
future bandmate Jason Bonham,
Yep.
and Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
So you are also, when I introed you at the beginning, I should have also introduced you as a former member of Steel Dragon.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny because Zakk, we were in New York just the last couple of days, staying at a hotel downtown, and Zakk happened to be there. So got to hang with he and his wife, which was great. And Zakk is just the funniest person on the planet, so it was great to see him.
Right.
Yeah,
Still,
man. It's a really fun thing. Fun movie to do.
You got some lines too.
I got some lines, yeah. I mean, I was actually credited as a feature or principal actor, so.
Yeah, I think you were disappointed with one of Mark Wahlberg's takes on a recording session.
That was one of my lines, I suppose. Yeah. Hey, I got a trailer. That's all I know. I got a trailer. That was cool.
Hey, that's awesome. Great stuff, of course. Now, coming back to Foreigner, you guys are back in the States, about ready to play the Missouri State Fair. I think you got some other big state fairs coming up. Talk to us about playing in front of some of these really big crowds at these fairs, bringing out all these classic Foreigner songs, and what it's like, because this is such a big deal. A lot of people may not realize the intensity of this current incarnation of the band.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
what can we expect from this tour and this show here in the States?
Well, we rock. we
You
do.
heard it.
I mean, we there's a lot of energy in this version of the band, and we put it out there every night. So people can expect not only high energy, but they can expect to sing along with lots of songs.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are very surprised to find out how many Foreigner songs they didn't realize
Right.
they knew. And so that's always a pleasant surprise. And people usually walk away very happy and singing a lot
Lee
of the
Hansen
songs.
earlier, I want to bring him up only because he was in a band that I'm a huge fan of from the 80s, which was Hurricane, and huge fan of them. And all of a sudden, around the time you joined the band in the early 2000s, here comes Kelly Hansen. Talk to us. We said he called him a beast earlier. Expand on that, because a lot of people who are maybe only familiar with like the Lou Gramm era of Foreigner don't realize just how good this guy is.
Well, yeah, and you have to come to a show to really see it and appreciate it. I mean, he's just a phenomenal performer, and he does that every night. He puts out 150%, 150% of the time.
That goes for all
and I mean
notes.
it every night. He's a machine. He really is, and he's a great performer. He really makes it a fun show. Foreigner were never known as a real showy band in the day, so it's kind of fun to bring that energy and bring that out. And there's such great songs that to infuse it with a little bit of extra energy like that is pretty cool.
Not only that, but here on the state fair scene here at the Missouri State Fair, afterwards you can go out and grab anything fried that you want, and that's a huge plus, and
Yeah,
can't wait for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Although we kind of have to watch it on the fried food, but it is good.
Come on, you guys have to be one of the most in-shape bands in touring right now.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, look at you guys. You guys look great out there.
Well, we try.
Yeah.
We try. You have to, at this age. I mean, I am over 25 now.
That's
so
not
kind of gotta watch.
Not confirmed. We're not going to confirm that. Jeff, I'll tell you what, we're so excited. I brought my family here, my in-laws, my fiance's here tonight. We're going to go rock out in just a few short minutes.
And who are you going to see first?
Starship's coming up.
That's
Excited
right.
to see Mickey and the boys.
That's right, which is great. And I produced the record that's going to be coming out in the fall. For
Awesome.
the Starship record. So
He sounds great, man. I was shocked.
Mickey is phenomenal. He hasn't lost a step. He's amazing. So yeah, this is a really fun show for me tonight. It's like a double whammy.
Awesome. Well, hey, Jeff, can't thank you enough for joining us here on the Outsiders podcast. It's been great. We'll have all the video up, all the great stuff from the show. Good luck tonight, and it was really good to meet you,
Make
Jeff.
sure I get you from my clean hair.
Yeah. No, that's good. We're in a very dark, dungeony part of the backstage area here.
I don't know what I did.
The folded up sandwiches from Nigel Tufnell, I think, are going to be available out here.
I think they are.
We got some fruit over here. So, Jeff, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
My
man.
pleasure, man. Thanks, guys.